Hello, my name is Sherry Lee. I live here in Northport, Florida, and I'm an organic gardener and an environmentalist. I love Florida. It's my home state. I was born here, and as do all of my neighbors and friends and people I meet here in Northport who love Florida. We're here because it's so awesome. Well, when teaching people how to grow food, which I love to do, I often run across this kind of mindset that is, Florida has crappy soil. Florida has yucky soil. It's no good for anything. Well, that's not true at all. Florida has really great soil. It's perfect for growing things that like to grow in Florida. So it's not so perfect for things that like to grow in other places. So I try to help people learn about new foods, new experiences with their fruits and veggies, and really kind of change minds as far as what they want to try to grow in their gardens. Now, this kind of mindset also applies to other areas, not necessarily food. It seems like there's a thought, which is understandable because of the way Florida is portrayed in, travel brochures, that everything's supposed to be palm trees. Well, especially here in Northport, we're really not the palm trees and sand kind of environment. We're more of the oaks and pines kind of environment, and we have this natural, beautiful canopy here. And when you go into the natural places in Northport, the trees are just amazing and gorgeous. And it's really heartbreaking, as being somebody who loves the environment here, to see these trees knocked down and replaced with palm trees. And I hear from people who move here from other places that they came to Florida to see the palm trees, and they love palm trees because that represents Florida. And I get it. I totally understand this mindset. But you have to kind of be able to work with us a little bit here, and maybe when you want to enjoy the palms, go to a place in Florida that's suited for it. There's plenty of areas in Florida that really have that cool touristy, beachy brochure look to them. But it would be like me going to New York and expecting the entire state to be nothing but city. It's kind of the same mindset. We're really diverse here in Florida, and things just take on a whole unique spin when you really start to get to know the different areas that we have here to enjoy, the different natural areas. The same thought process goes for green lawns in the wintertime. I know a lot of people love their green lawns, and they're pretty and they're expansive, and they take a lot of care, a lot of time, a lot of money to get them that way, so you want to keep them that way. But again, this is something that, the Florida environment, making a lawn green in the wintertime is really going against the grain of how things naturally occur here. Grasses in the wintertime go into a somewhat dormant state, and they stop absorbing a lot of the nutrients that they're offered. So the grass tries to go brown because grass likes to be brown in the wintertime. It's just kind of the natural cycle of grass here in Florida. So when you kind of force it and beat it into submission and make those lawns green, then you're adding a lot of commercial fertilizers, nitrates and things into the ground that just sits there. And most of it, some of it, gets absorbed by the grass. Most of it just sits there until the rains come back in the spring and summertime. Now, in the spring and summertime, the grass likes to be green. So the rains come to help the grass be green by its own goodwill, and then it washes away all of those unused nutrients into our waterways. And this is when things start to really get messed up. Algae blooms and dead areas and contaminated water. All of our water is connected here, and that includes our drinking water. Some of the best advice I ever got about relationships was to not stay with somebody that was trying to change me and make me into something that I'm not naturally. And that advice really, really also applies to our environment, wherever you might live. So when you come to Florida, let's not try to beat it into submission to be something that it's not. Florida's doing a great job being Florida all on its own. And I want you to love the state as much as I do. So when you come here and when you live here, let's learn to work with the environment. Thank you so much. Let's end the cycle of abusive relationships. We can do this. I appreciate you listening. Take care.